everybody, welcome to USA.
We're back.
We're back. Yep. Welcome to Tigner Adventures. My name's David. This is Ninette. And we have crossed the border. You've seen that on the opening of the video. We are now in the USA. Our first stop, Discount Tire.
Yes.
So we pretty much had all new tires when we started the trip, but we're pulling in here. We made an appointment so that they can go through and check all the tires and get them rebalanced and rotated and everything on the rig and on the car. We put on quite a few miles.
Over 9,000.
Yeah, now we're over 9,000 miles. So anyway, if you look right here, you can see that they already found one of my tires on the dual has this little gap in it, kind of a split in the tire, so that one's bad.
Is that when you hit a curb?
Who knows?
Is it the outer side?
I mean, it's not that I'm trying not to abuse them. I try not to abuse them, really.
Yeah.
But for some reason, from here and there, I do cause some issues. But anyway.
Those curbs are just too close.
Yeah, so, but hey, we do have roadside protection on the tires, so they'll replace that one for free, so that's nice. I don't think I have to replace the other ones because we just barely had them done just before we left, so they're not burning any miles on these tires, but it's good to have them all checked out before we go any further. And then from here, we're going to go over to Kroger. We got to buy some groceries.
Buy all the food.
Buy all the food.
We just ate up all our Canada food.
Yeah, because we didn't want to get stuck in the border. The
And
border
we
crossing
did it.
went
This is the
really
first
easy.
time they
Yeah.
have not searched us.
Yeah, that is the easiest crossing we've ever had.
They didn't even ask us anything.
We got to
either.
build up our points so that we can go get gas and fill up too. So we didn't fill all the way up in Canada because it was $1 more a gallon. So we're going to get gas at Kroger, and it's $1 cheaper before we even get $1 off. So we'll get $1.55 off a gallon, and it's already $1 cheaper than Canada. So a lot better deal here. And then we're going to spend the night at Cracker Barrel tonight before we head up to our big camping spot. So that's kind of what we're doing today, and then we'll catch you tomorrow up at Lake Huron, is one of the Great Lakes, and we're staying in the big state park there for a couple nights. So that'll be a lot of fun, and Tansy will have fun there. She's not going to have very much fun for today.
Yeah.
No, sorry Tansy. So when I take this the rig into Discount Tire, I always take these hubcaps off. They're bolted on there, and they seem to give those guys a lot of trouble. I don't think they work on big rigs very much. They really struggle with getting these tires on and off, and I ask them if they've ever used a tire iron. They don't even know what I'm talking about. So anyway, whatever, at least they work on it where most other places won't. So, but I take these off and store them, so I got to put them back on again. The other thing I like to do is I like to spray the little things that these screw onto with some WD-40, because this one here, I can't get off here anymore. It is on there. It just rusted on there so bad I can't get it apart. So I always spray these now to make sure that they come apart when I take them apart. So those are on there now, and I just put these little Halts caps on there. If these don't fit on there very tight, you can check out one of my previous videos. I talked about doing all this when I did my bearings and how to tighten these up. But there we go. That one's on, and we're ready to put the other ones on and be all done. So looks a lot nicer with the hubcaps on. So the other thing I have to do is when I have them fill these up, or check them and everything, I always have them set the air pressure at 80 psi, and that's good, except that it's hot out and the tires are typically warm, and so after the night goes by, the next morning the tire pressure is way lower. So right now, like if I look at my TPMS right here, it shows that this tire right here is 77 psi. So I've got to add some air to it, and I'm using my Vi-Air air compressor. Does high pressure for high pressure tires, works really good. And so I'm just going to take my cap off. The only downside to this is I got to take these caps off every time to fill them up. But other than that, it is nice to have a warning system if you're leaking air or you have a blowout or anything like that. There's 3 tires back here. If one of them blew out, I probably would notice it, but I for sure would notice it because this would start beeping. And now we're at 80. I do that for every one of my tires. Right up here somewhere, I think it's on the other side, it says to set all my tire pressures to 80 psi, so to the cold pressure temperature of the tire, and it says max cold pressure is 80. So I get the best wear if I keep those at 80 all the time. They last pretty good. And you hear some people say, oh, no, you want to have it a lot lower because when you drive, then the pressure goes up or the temperature goes up, and that's true. These go up to sometimes 90 degrees, 91, whatever, but it says on the tire to set it to max cold pressure is 80. They're taking into account. So if you set it lower, then you're going to get uneven tire wear, and your tires are going to overheat, and that's what causes blowouts. So check with your tire manufacturer. That's what they'll tell you too. So anyway, that's all done. We're ready to get back on the road and go to our next destination. All right, everything got done, and we are now at Tawas State Park. Yeah, it's a state park here in Michigan, and we got all set up.
We're
here.
in the mitten.
Yeah, we're in the mitten. So it's interesting that if you look around the park here, it is very crowded, and it's like none of the RV spots are any particular orientation, and they just have community power poles. So you better have some extension cords if you want to get power off of any poles. You know, other than that, I mean, it's a little crowded, but it's doable.
It's not crowded between us. It's like one sit this way, one sit this way, one sits this way. I mean, it's like whatever way you want to do it.
Yeah,
there's a lot of groups.
Yeah, a lot of groups and things, but you know, I mean, it's nice and quiet.
But you get a lot of room.
Yep.
We're actually parked this way alongside.
The only other thing that we ran into an issue with was apparently in Michigan for the state parks you have to buy a recreation use pass, out-of-state pass. We're out-of-staters, so we have to buy the pass. If you lived in Michigan, you don't have to buy that pass, or you get it free, or I don't know how that works. Probably part of their taxes or something. So we did end up having to pay an extra $40 for the rig. Which, you know, happens a lot of different places we've stayed, but it also usually includes your car. But here, we have to pay an $8 fee to have our car with us also, each park that we go into. So the $40 is good for a year, and then after that we have to pay $8 for each park we go to because we have the car as an add-on. So it'd be nice if they really disclose that when you're trying to make your reservations, but they didn't really say much about that. So
we should find out which states do that.
Yeah, it looks like we're on the ocean again.
It looks like it. Kind of feels like it.
Yeah, we're not. This is Lake Huron. So everybody always hears about Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Superior. You don't really hear much about Lake Huron, but Lake Huron is also
a big lake.
Yeah, it's also one of the Great Lakes. So anyway, so it's right here.
And it has waves.
It has big waves, and you can see that, I mean, it looks like the ocean. And we got the beach behind us. So
just no whales. There's no whales out there.
No whales.
No.
I don't even see anything.
No dolphins.
It's been raining quite a bit the last couple days, and we're going to have good weather starting tomorrow.
Right? Who you telling?
We're telling the weather people.
Come on.
Good weather starting tomorrow. We're only here for 2 nights, so we're going to be here 2 nights, and then we're going to go up to the UP, and we'll be up there for a couple nights, and then we're going to go down by over onto Lake Michigan, and we'll be over by that Great Lake also. So a couple different Great Lakes on this video. So this is called a recreation area, and so that's what you're paying your fee for. The $40 covers all of the Michigan state parks. But they have pretty good facilities here. There's picnic tables inside there too, so you can get in there away from the bugs. Kind of nice. Nice big area. They have this little bird area over here on the right, but look at this sign right here. One thing is it's a pet-friendly beach, so that's cool. But beware of ticks. So we got to check ourselves because there's lots of ticks in this area. But it is a bird trail, so we can come out here and watch the birds. And just when you thought that we were done with lighthouses, guess what? They have a lighthouse here too. Because like, you know, all the Great Lakes, I mean, they're like oceans. You can't see the other end of, you know, of them. So they
I
do
flew
have,
over them once,
yeah.
took hours.
It takes, they have big ships that do go out here and a lot of boating on the lake. So, you know, lighthouses are a necessity for those foggy days. So anyway, we're probably going to see them around for a little bit longer, but we're not by the ocean anymore. We are now inland, away from the ocean.
By the Great Lakes.
By the Great Lakes. Oh, and look, right here next to the lighthouse has this cute little gift shop. So we're going to go check out and see if we can find some stickers.
Some of them, I mean, they're very squawky. Yeah.
All right, I found this sticker. We're going to go with this. And the park name, the way it's pronounced, is Tawas State Park. And one point to make about this lighthouse is apparently it's too far inland. The land keeps moving out. And so they had to, this lighthouse here can't be used anymore. So it's been decommissioned and they've built a lighthouse further out on the point towards the lake. So it has to be right on the shore. And they do give tours of the lighthouse. And here is the pricing on that. And they are booked up through tomorrow already. So they do book up pretty quick. You having fun?
Yeah, I'm grounding.
Well, we have left Tawas State Park in Michigan, and we are on the road headed north on 75 up through up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And about 2 hours down the road, we have stopped at this rest area. Just check this out. This is a really nice rest area they have here. And of course, cars on that side over there, and they have a lot of area here for picnics and everything. And it's kind of a partly cloudy, sunny day today. And they have these nice long truck lanes here. A lot of RVers coming in and stopping for real quick. So these rest areas are really nice. We love to stop at rest areas whenever we can. It's good to get out of the rig and just walk around a little bit, get the blood flowing just a little bit. Also, usually about 2 hours or so in the trip, I like to pull over and take a little power nap. It's good to stay alert when you're driving a big rig. And then it's a good idea to kind of walk around your rig and double check your tires, make sure everything's good. I do have the tire minder system on my tires, so I know what my tire pressure is. We did that this morning. I come back here and I check my tow vehicle, make sure that all the things are where they're supposed to be and that this is, you know, all connected right. And just double checking, making sure that we haven't lost anything as we've been driving down the road. Safety check here. There comes another rig in here already. A lot of RVs on the road today. That's good to see that. They have this nice sign here for this area, this highway, the American Legion Memorial Highway. Pretty cool, but wow, just a really nice. You don't see these kinds of rest areas all the time, and we don't really need anything. We don't need any facilities. And the wind's blowing today. We got a major headwind, so it's been a little extra work driving down the road, so it's good to stay alert, and so that's why it's important to pull over and make sure you're well rested. Nice to be back in the States where the gas is cheap, and this isn't even with a discount card. That's just $3.15 normal price. We're using Gas Buddy right now, so we're getting 16 cents off per gallon, so that's $2.99 a gallon. But normally at Kroger we get $1.55, but there's no Krogers in this area of the country. So we're going into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and there is a toll bridge to get there. The toll for this is going to be $5 per axle, and we have 5 axles, so that's $25. Bad thing is in 2 days we come back across again. Well, we have made it to the final destination for this video, and this is on Lake Michigan. If you look right here, look at this beautiful view of the lake. and the beach that we have from our campsite. And we're parked here at our campsite. Tansy really likes being outside.
The minute we stop, she's right at the door going, meow.
I know, it's like, I mean, we go to put the cage out now, and she don't
no.
care about the cage. She's like, I don't want the cage, I want to be outside. Let me go, let me go.
I want to see what this new place has.
So anyway, so she's on a leash. She goes out, and
today, I look out the door and there's no leash on her.
She's just wandering around the camp. Like she'd crawled underneath the rig and crawled up inside and then dropped down and got stuck. And she was kind of hanging there, and she just slides out of the leash, and
luckily she didn't run away, and she just, when she sees me, she runs over to the table and gets on the table like, I'm good girl.
Yeah, she wasn't very happy when we put the leash back on her, but it's better. I mean, there's traffic. We're right by the street, so
and we're by the freeway. So
the freeway's up that way. So, well, highway. Not
we don't
freeway,
know how
but,
if she'd go very far.
Yeah. Anyway, we have had a lot of fun. We're back in the USA. We just barely went over 10,000 miles. So out of our 14,000 mile trip here, we have now finished 10,000 miles. So we've only got 4,000 miles left. And it's, let's see, this is August 19th today. So it's like we started looking at it, it's like, oh, wow, the summer's almost over.
So, I wonder why there's no...
So, and I was just looking, it's like we're looking at the temperatures, and tomorrow morning is supposed to be 49 for the low, and the highs are in the 70s, early, like 70, 71. So that's it. So I think it'll be kind of interesting. Now, we were hoping we weren't going to run into a bunch of heat, but
we didn't.
We didn't.
Maybe 5 times out of the whole summer, we might have run an air conditioner.
And we're from here, we're going to be heading down into Indiana, so that may it may be warm down in there in Chicago and stuff, but we'll see. But this is really beautiful, and the day today is just really outstanding. So anyway, we had a lot of fun. We got a lot of things done for getting back into the States, and we found out we shouldn't go to the store hungry, you know, especially since we haven't had any goodies for the last 2 months, you know.
Well, I can't say we didn't have goodies. We went to Tim Hortons.
Well, we did. That's true. But when we got back, we bought all kinds of goodies, you know, to have.
And crackers and ice cream.
Nuts and ice cream. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and end this video. So thanks for coming along this time, and we'll just plan on catching you on down the road. And, you know, if not, then hopefully it'll be on our next video, which will be something really cool. We're going to go visit tomorrow. So we'll wait till that next video to find out. Take care.
Bye.